you ain't got to go that far now.
And I hear there's an app too, right?
We're going to hear it all.
Okay. We're ready for this. I am so ready for this.
Yes, and we're going to play some good music. And you know, it's easy when you got the best music in the world coming up. And I got to tell you, I'm just so excited. And I'm going to keep it. You know, I might play a little love songs today because that's what they're going to talk about, love and getting happy. And I need to find out about that pencil. Ah, that pencil. Something about dropping that pencil. And that when I say that, they know I listen to their music.
This troubled world can bring. Oh, say, don't you know we love you, sweet Sadie? Place no one.
Of course, I messed up again.
What'd you say? That's the one thing with live, right?
Hey guys, we're being interviewed. Stay tuned. You get to hear the whole conversation. We love you guys. We thought we'd bring you with us on our Friday date night. We are here in San Antonio at the Now Is Money radio podcast. And so check us out and join us on this journey tonight. So stay tuned. You get to see the full interview. Love you guys.
Sometimes she'd be so happy, being with us and Daddy, standing the worst of times.
So now, how long have you guys been in San Antonio all together?
Me all my life.
Okay. Born and raised. Huh?
Born and raised.
So what side?
East side.
Okay.
No more talking.
Oh, same.
No more talking.
No.
It's like, save it for the show. So it is a show. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. We're so glad you're here. Yep, we are live in San Antonio. We would love to meet you guys. We have upcoming book signings, so stay tuned. Put it in chat where you're coming in from.
What about the music?
Okay. After this song, we're going to talk, and then we're going to play commercials. Then we're going to bring them after the next after that. Don't pay the bill.
How are you guys doing? We bring you with us.
Let me just try one more time and say we were very poor. She tried to love us that much more. Have you ever met Sadie? The premier lady. Oh, sometimes I feel so alone, but I know that I gotta go home.
Nothing worthwhile.
It's starting.
The Sadies, the Spinners, talking about my mama. And this is Alan J. Copeland, and you're listening to the Now Is Money show. And Jacqueline.
It's your favorite Texas realtor, Jacqueline Salceda here.
You know, Jacqueline, the station and the show is getting so popular. I got to learn how to use all the mics at one time.
Yeah. I think at first we were just used to using 2 mics, and now we're taking over all 4. So it's an adjustment. Thank you, Lord.
Yes. And we got the guests, and I got 2 big notes coming up after the commercials and stuff.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for this couple. Today we have Mr. and Mrs. Beavers here, and we have been looking over their social media and just admiring them. They have a lot of great things going on. They are here to talk to us about marriages. And just give us advice. And I know I have my questions ready, Alan. I know you have your questions ready.
Well,
Me and Alan are just like wanting to get into this.
Well, the Bible says, what's that? Don't count me on it, but was it a man needs a good woman? Every good woman, every man has a good woman behind it, and vice versa?
Vice versa, yes.
It's equal.
Definitely. Yes, very, very much so, yeah. And we were just talking about that post that we both shared, the umbrella, where it's God, husband, wife, kids, and that's very important too. But I'm sure they got that plus 20 million more things that they can share with us.
And then the other thing, you know the book Think and Grow Rich.
Yes.
It talks about sex and love and marriage and everything.
I haven't gotten that far, but I'm excited to read into the chapter. I'm still working on it, Alan.
And by the way, I didn't tell you, and somebody asked me, a listener, they say, I listen to your show, and you talk about Think and Grow Rich, but I forgot to tell you, there is a black version of Think and Grow Rich.
What do you mean?
There's a black version of Think and Grow Rich. Like Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill goes through and have stories
Yes.
of different people that are successful.
Okay.
So the black author in the book Think and Grow Rich talks about black people that have successful stories.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. And that's actually one thing that I like about the book is that it gives real people with real stories. And that, for me, it just makes me want to read the book even more, because if it was a book talking about unreal people, talking about goals and things of that sort that they didn't really went through, I would not be that intrigued. But these are real people, and they've really been through it, and these are real stories, so it makes me really want to pay attention.
Now, you know, I listen to a lot. I don't listen to a lot of books on Think and Grow Rich and that stuff. But there's one thing that I really believe. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Yes.
So in other words, if you ain't ready for it, you might miss it.
I'm ready, Alan.
No.
I'm ready. I want to know the secret. I still haven't discovered the secret, but I'm ready.
But we're going to talk about relationships and everything when we get back. We're going to pay the bills coming up. You're listening to the Now Is Money show, and I'm Alan J. Copeland Sr.
And it's your favorite Texas realtor, Jacqueline Salceda here.
Working out or on vacation.
Visit KROVFM.com for more details.
It's another fun day to get away. There's so much to do. It's so easy.
So which song you want next? I give you a choice. Give it all the choice. Love Train or Sexual Healing? I'm asking a vote. Which song next?
I've only heard the Love Train.
You haven't heard Sexual Healing? Oh, I gotta tell you, they're young people.
The classics.
I don't know if I've heard.
And just call us Gil and Renee.
Okay.
Yeah, not Miss. We don't use our last name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's all right.
just Gil and Renee.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can't believe you haven't heard Sexual. You heard Sexual Healing.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, and you can call us Gil and Renee.
You heard it. Marvin Gaye?
Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
How y'all doing? Thank you for being with us. We love y'all.
Injury lawyer in Texas to evaluate your situation and determine whether you have the right.
Do you remember the guy that said that
Stay
word
tuned.
about
It's
getting busy
coming.
and stuff?
The insurance companies take advantage
He
of
sent
you
me
after an
a
accident.
voicemail
Before you speak to
explaining it.
anyone about selling your claim,
The one that made this shirt.
Oh, yeah.
And he had that word that said get busy. What was that? Something like that?
Oh, no. It was,
Yeah, but you have the gist because I'm not saying it right. But you know what I'm talking about.
He texted me this morning.
Ain't got time to go to
What did he text you about?
That he was gonna come by the station. and
Ever
drop
find
me off
yourself
some
in a
stuff?
department store with a question,
You
but you can't find anyone who actually
that
works
is the way to
there,
do
so you
business.
just wander?
Give
That's
some
what it feels
people
like when you
stuff.
call most banks.
First, right off the bat.
Yeah.
But at Frost, we
I
have
don't know. I
live
don't know
customer
if he's really
service
coming or not.
24/7.
Yeah, he
So you
is.
can speak to a
I'm
real
glad you said that. Then I
human
won't put his
when
stuff
you
on. He can
every
talk it
time
out
you
loud.
call. No phone tree,
Oh, okay.
no bots.
I don't know what time
Just
he's
help from a
coming.
real human when you
Do I
need it.
ask him? No.
No.
It's about being there for
Or
you.
just tell him to come up.
It's about more than
I
money.
did. I said okay.
Frost Bank.
If you're doing the nines and you want to take it to the highest degree, then join us at Acadiana Cafe. Join us for our new nines for $9.99 menu. We've got several selections for $9.99 or less. I'm talking fried fish, shrimp combo, fried pork chops, and even a country platter for only $9.99. Stop by and try the new nines for $9.99 or less menu. Located at 1289 Southwest Loop 410 in the Bayous of Baja. For more information, go to acadianacafe.com or call us at
It's time.
Yeah, put him on that.
Thanks for being with us.
One more commercial, then back to the music. Then you and I gonna talk a little bit, and we're gonna lead into the helm. And at the end, I'm gonna talk about sexual healing.
Okay.
And that's not a bad thing. That's a classic.
Okay.
Hey.
Fifteen seconds in the commercial.
Okay.
Bye bye, guys. It's coming up next.
KROV, restore our voice. You're listening to the Now Is Money Show, and I'm your host, Alan J. Copeland Sr.
And it's your favorite Texas realtor, Jacqueline Salceda here.
Jacqueline, our guest coming up, got some books coming up, and I'm so excited. We're going to talk about relationships, marriage.
Yes, the things that we have most questions for. I don't think me and Alan are both here at the Now Is Money Show single and no relationship, and we just have a list of questions going on today.
I don't really know if I want the questions answered. I just need some answers.
Yeah.
I need some help. Now, I got to tell you something. We're going to play a lot of love songs today.
Okay.
And I just heard something, because you have not heard about sexual healing?
I don't believe so. Maybe if I hear it, it'll click on. But
Oh, some classics. You know, that's why
That song
everybody
before.
listens to some classics by Marvin Gaye.
yes.
Sexual healing.
How many of y'all know this song?
off that mic.
Yeah, I need to see the mic.
Good. Yeah, but then we do that later. We're gonna talk now. We're gonna let them have the mic a little bit now. Y'all got water or something to drink? They okay?
I'll let you lead in and start. Whatever, we'll follow up with whatever you say.
Oh, that door scared me.
You ready?
I'm good right now. Are you telling me I need it? Don't want to be talking to you and just lighten you up. Don't want to be talking to you and just.
I'm going to turn your mics on.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to talk a little bit
Okay.
and introduce you. Okay, but your mics will be on.
Okay.
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 We're about to start, y'all.
Phone muted.
Hmm.
Phone.
It's on mute.
I'm going to play that 12-second thing, and then we're going to be talking.
Y'all ready? We're about to start. Thank y'all for being with us.
Restore Our Voice. That's what Restore Our Voice, KROV. That's what it stands for. You're listening to the Now is Money Show. And I'm your host, Alan J. Copeland Sr.
And it's your favorite Texas realtor, Jacqueline Salceda here.
Not Jacqueline. You ain't heard that song before?
After you played it, I realized that I have heard it.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I know.
I'm just not good with titles. That's it, Alan.
Well, you know, that's why we play the old school. That's why I like playing the old school. We get some gold school and just have some fun.
Okay, yeah.
But everybody likes that.
Yeah, everybody likes that. I
Like
think
old school.
one of the places that I've heard it from is definitely my mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Really, Alan?
Now, who's in the studio with us?
We have Gil and Renee here. Hi, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, hello.
Oh, I'm so excited to have y'all here. How are y'all doing today?
Hot. Just hot. Oh my God. We were talking about that coming in. It's just like, as they say, disrespectfully hot outside.
Oh,
We
yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. That's that San Antonio weather. But you guys are from San Antonio, right?
No, we're from Detroit.
Oh, you're
Originally.
from, okay,
Yeah.
from Detroit, here in San, how long have you been here in San Antonio?
You know, it's funny. We came here 3 times. You know, we're retired military. So when we came here the first time, we left, came back, then we left again and came back, and then we retired and got back here. As they say in Texas, you get back here as fast as you can. You may not be from here, but you get here as fast as you can. So we came back this 3rd time. So 3rd time is the charm. We ain't going nowhere now. Y'all stuck with us.
Okay, well, we gladly accept you guys.
Well, thank you, thank you.
Now, you know how small world this is, right?
Yeah, I know what a small world it is. I think you were telling me a little bit earlier they know your mom, is that correct?
Yeah, tell us how that's going is.
Well, actually, I know your brother, Bishop Copeland, and that's how I met your mom.
Okay.
Because I was Claudette's hairstylist for a lot of years.
It's small world. Small world. I'm talking about.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
After talking about coming on the show and everything, she said that. I was like, yeah, because you know when somebody say they know my mom, you know, I stopped for a second.
Yeah.
Oh man, but we're gonna talk about marriage.
Yes.
And we're gonna talk now. What's the name of the 2 books that you got out there?
Well, the 2 that I have with me today is the new book, The Singles Blueprint for Dating and Marriage. And it's really designed to kind of help people get ready for dating.
Okay.
And then the other one is for married couples. It's called The Marital Code to Oneness. And it's designed to help people who are already married navigate new skills and kind of get a reset in their marriage.
So it's like a 1-2 blueprint.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Get
A
them covered
1-2
on
punch.
both sides. Yeah.
Now you have a large following on the Instagrams and stuff, don't you?
Yes.
And who do you go by on the Instagrams?
Renee and Gil.
Okay.
Rich Relationship Refuge on all the platforms.
I'm telling
Rich
you.
Relationship Refuge.
Yes.
Okay, I gotta remember that.
Yes.
And those beautiful posts that you seen all weekend that I did, she did it.
Okay. Yes, that was really nice, really
Oh,
clean.
thank you.
You know, I saw Alan post it. I said, I know Alan did it. Who is behind this?
A little technologically challenged.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know, I try, you know, but you know, that's why you find out what your weaknesses and your best and that. But they are good at social media stuff.
I have to say, it's really all Renee. It's not me because
Okay.
you know Renee actually. We years ago we actually did the website. I taught her how to do a website at the time when we had a hair salon here in San Antonio, and I spent the weekend. We did over the website. But one thing that you'll learn with like the pictures and everything you've seen, she's very stickler for detail. She's very stickler for detail, and so I was trying to do the thing, and she was like, well, do it this way and do it this way. And I'll say, how about I just teach you? And she's done far surpassed anything that I could ever do. So I have to give it off to her. She's just doing all of it.
Awesome.
But I love it
Yeah.
because I realize that if you have to go to where people are, and most of the people who really need relationship help, they may not go to church or to a counselor, but they go to social media. So
Okay.
we decide to just to go to where they are. So that's why we're on all the platforms.
Okay, that makes sense. That really makes sense.
Okay, let me. I had a test it when it come in,
Okay.
and I gotta tell you did pass the test.
Okay. Well,
And the test is that you guys look like a happy couple.
oh, yeah. you know, after
It's not
35
Photoshop. It's not Photoshop.
No, it's not.
I mean, but you can tell by the way people act and how close you are and everything.
Right.
You know, how long y'all been married?
36 years in December. So 35 right now. We've known each other 38
38
years.
years.
We dated for 3 years and got married at 21.
We met when we were 14.
Wow.
Yeah, on the summer job.
Oh wow.
Really?
No, wait a minute. Because I heard, I listened to your broadcast.
Okay,
now, you know.
okay.
Now, what about that pencil? You was 14 when you dropped the pencil?
No,
Now, you gotta
I
tell
was
me the story.
14. He was 15.
Go ahead.
okay.
And Renee actually initiated all of it. Go ahead, babe. You started
We
out.
were in a summer job in Detroit, and a part of it was split up from yard work to classroom. And the classroom, I saw Gil, he walked in, and I was like, oh my goodness, he is beautiful. How do I get his attention? And so I rolled the pencil off the desk, And he
as I
stopped,
was walking
as he
by.
was walking by, and he stopped and picked it up.
And I said, and I picked up the pencil.
And I said, I was going to say hi to you, but I wasn't sure if you'd say hi back.
And I said, I always say hi to lovely young ladies.
And I was smitten.
And I didn't have no game, y'all. It was just something that I said. You know, I thought I had game, but it wasn't. I wasn't trying. I was just being honest.
Oh,
because she is so beautiful. So.
What the kids call it now, the Riz.
Is that what it is?
Is that what it is? Oh,
boy, you just schooled us on something there.
But that came so natural. So that was just kind of off of the head, is doing the little pencil trick. Wow, that's a new one for me.
Yeah, it's called showing initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that so many women don't understand that in the olden days, women would do things like drop their handkerchief. It's okay to let a guy know you're interested. And so I think sometimes we have gotten away from the femininity and just being okay with being available, but not, do they still say thirsty?
Oh, yes.
Not being
yes.
thirsty. So it's okay to let a guy know you're interested.
Okay.
You know, I have to even say that because sometimes us guys, we're a little slow. You know, we just say big time. We're a little slow when it comes to, you know, Renee will say that sometimes you just don't notice. You know, you may be interested, but, you know, people think that guys are just always out on the prowl, always looking for everything. And sometimes we just miss a great opportunity. And just imagine if I had to miss that opportunity, if she had to roll that pencil off the desk and I just kept moving or kept walking or whatever. So
she'd have dropped another one.
She would have.
I would have.
You would have?
I would have. I was gonna make sure I got his attention. But I wanted to get his attention, but I didn't have control over keeping his attention.
Yeah.
So I think that that's something we need to understand. You can get their attention, but it's up to them if you're going to keep their attention.
Yep,
so it's both people have to be in connect with.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, that's something that we always talk to our couples about. You know, the things that you do to get that person, you have to consistently and continuous do it over and over and over again, because then complacency sets in, and next thing you know, you don't love me no more, or we done lost that feeling, or whatever the case may be, and it's because you got complacent and stopped doing the thing that it took to get the person.
I agree. Wow.
And then it's too late, and then you wait. Oh, it's so bad.
Yep. And then you're trying to recover, and you're trying to make up for it because you really have lost track. And sometimes, especially when you get complacent, you forget what it was that got you together. And if you just let it off to the side and push it off to the side and stop doing it, you will forget what it took to get that person.
Something as simple as like having a date night. This is our date night.
Yeah, she said that. That's what she said.
And
we hanging out
we're
with
going to
y'all
share our
first.
date night with you guys because I think it's important for people to see what does that look like.
Yeah.
You know, and so the app is about preparing for dating, but the book for singles is, we believe that dating is for a lifetime. And so initially we were kind of nervous about talking about being single and dating, but it's like we were successfully single, we were successfully engaged, we were successfully married, and we're successfully dating, and we've dated for 38 years.
And I think that's one thing is when, like you were saying, you have to do it over time and keep doing it and doing it. And it's hard because you wake up to this person, you go to sleep with this person, it's a daily routine. Then you put kids in there, and then you lose track of the marriage, and then it's all about the kids, all about the household, and you lose track of each other.
You know, and that was a lesson that we actually had to learn. You know, they talk about that 7-year itch, so to speak. And I think it was a little bit of time, in between 7 and 10 years we had been together, and we had kids and everything. And one time I remember I had the opportunity to go on a mission. Like, I'm retired Air Force, so I was going to go on a mission. And normally we would talk about it. You know, it was an option for me. And this time this person called me and said, hey, we have this opportunity. Do you want to go? And I looked at Renee and I told her what it was, and she was like, go. Just go. No talk, no elaboration, no dialogue, no nothing. And that's when that complacency set in. We had just become
Parents.
Mom, dad, you know, and forgot about each other. And it took us a 6-month deployment.
I remembered.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you know, when people say absence makes the heart wander, I think absence only gives the heart an opportunity to do what it was going to do anyway. So for me, it made me miss them.
Yeah. When you're apart from somebody,
Oh, yeah.
then you miss them.
Absolutely.
Or when you wake up to that person, go to sleep to that person, every day seeing that person, it may not be that much communication or just walk right by each other in the same household. But when you're apart from each other, oh, let me call them, let me text them, see what they're doing. You go to sleep to each other on the phone like you did in high school.
And you
That's
wonder,
when you get closer.
why do you stop doing those things?
Yeah.
I still get butterflies by Renee. I look forward to coming home, just because, but it's not automatic. And I think that's what people do. They think, oh, I got this person, so now I can just hit the autopilot and it's just going to continue. She was into me when I was that young teenager picking up that pencil. So now all of a sudden she's going to always be into me. Well, I still got to do the things that excite her, about being in a relationship with me.
Oh, that's what happened to me. When I got married, I told myself, we ain't never getting divorced.
Mm-hmm.
And when I thought that, I didn't do everything I was supposed to do.
Right.
That's why I got divorced.
Yep.
It's the plain and fact.
Yep.
And people don't know.
Oh, you think it's there. Oh, you done the agreement. But nowadays, people spend little money or a lot of money getting married, then they got to spend a lot of money getting divorced.
Right. Instead of investing money every day in their relationship.
Big time. And I was going to play that cheaper to keep her.
No, don't you play that.
but I said, no.
That ain't the right one, huh?
No.
That ain't the right one, it is.
No.
Because they talk about it cheap. That's for somebody that's not in love and don't care.
Exactly.
We always say if you're already looking for an exit strategy, even before you already walking down the aisle, you may have to slow your rolls. Take a step back, and maybe you shouldn't get married. Maybe you should date for a little while longer. Like you said, then it would be cheaper to keep her.
Yeah.
So we got good guests today?
Oh, we have amazing guests. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, we're going to play a little bit more music. I got the Love Train from the OJ.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
That's a much better song.
Yes. Yep. So opening segment, okay?
Yes. Perfect.
And you are getting good, better and better every time. That's why I got compliments on you.
Yeah,
she got a good voice and she asks questions. I'm just telling you the truth.
Yeah. It's just a conversation.
Yeah, that's our thing. Is like we just talk to each other like we're having a
It's natural, yeah.
It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. And I think it makes it relatable too.
And it doesn't sound
I
canned.
mean, we're filtered, right? Like we don't want to put out anything. But
Right.
at the same time, we're ourselves. And
Yeah.
we want
You have to
the
be.
listeners to know who we really are.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you're gonna be responsible for these dreams tonight. I'm gonna be going back to the old days. Man, we grew up in Motown. That's where we're from.
Everybody did.
My mom, she went to high school with a lot of the people, old stars from high school. I mean, like you imagine a talent show where you got the Supremes, the Four Tops, at your talent show at high school. That's the talent that they had there. Yeah. And that place is still there.
Yeah?
Yep.
It's like
Hitsville.
school.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep, the school, but the place where they recorded a lot of these songs is still that old original studio. They call it Hitsville.
Yeah. Do they make like a tour out of it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you can go
A
there.
lot of people will travel there just for that.
Just for that, yeah.
And it will remind you of something just like this.
Yeah.
An older building that just got like a little window. Or
Yeah.
you would think none of these elaborate studios or anything like that, but it's just a little bitty old house
Yeah.
that people, they used to just millions and millions and millions of songs came out of there. Thinking records that they sold came out of that place.
Have you been there?
Oh yeah, yeah. It was always like a field
It
trip.
was like a requirement.
Oh, really?
You ready?
I'm ready.
We didn't go.
I know.
That's okay. That's a good song too.
I wanna say she's so fine, and each and every day I make sure
They just tell a story.
she has a way.
I love that.
They tell stories.
And you can understand what the songs were about. And you can understand the words.
Renee.
You stand behind her. Or get in the middle because you might be too short.
Just vertically challenged, right?
Thank you.
It's all right. Feel fancy free.
Okay, we're gonna turn all the mics on again.
You hear that? Let them know. Listen to the words.
Here we go.
Oh.
The girl's all right with me. You're listening to the Now Is Money Show, and I'm your host, Alan J. Copeland Sr.
And it's your favorite Texas realtor, Jacqueline Salceda here.
And our guests in the studios are...
We have Gil and Renee here. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hello, hello. I love that song. He said he could trust her with his heart.
Yes.
And you know what he just said to me on the break? He said he don't want to be having up all night because he's singing all these songs.
Yeah. you know, that's reminiscing right there, boy. You start listening to stuff like this and it gets in your spirit and you
It
start
does.
thinking about it. And that's kind of what you should be doing is meditating on good stuff. Whatsoever is good and lovely and of good report, that kind of thing. That's what, especially when it comes to your relationships.
I think that's a good point, that the music that you listen to
Oh,
really
man.
reflects what you put out there.
It does.
So if you're listening to music that just talks down about your spouse or talks negative about life, it puts you in a mindset where you're negative and you might start to look at your spouse negative. Your spouse didn't even do nothing, but you're listening to this music that talks about her cheating. You're like, you cheated.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
You know, people walk in and they wonder why they have those feelings or why am I mad or why am I upset? You know, well, it could be have something to do with what you were listening to before you walked
Yeah.
in the door.
Yeah, what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, all of those things are building in you your own viewpoint. And people don't realize that you're not going to have a positive outlook on life if everything you're taking in is negative.
Yeah, absolutely. I really highly agree with that. And you were saying, I know you guys are from Detroit, so
Mhm.
you were kind of saying that this music, you're from Detroit,
Yeah.
where this music is originally from.
Yes, absolutely. That stuff, you know, it goes back to your origins and things that you experienced when you were younger. It has those good memories, but it also, when you think about it from a relationship standpoint, you can have bad experience too. And if you bring that into your present, that can affect your relationship today. You know, you have to get over some of the things that you experienced as a kid or when you were in your younger stages. And if you bring those things into your relationship, it can have a huge effect and you don't know why. You don't know where it came from.
And I think that's what's important about the workbook is because so many times we see couples that they come and they really want to be together, but they're not equipped. You know, they have things from their past, from their childhood that they haven't forgiven, they haven't worked through. And so you're trying to get to know you and this other person. And so that's why I think that the book and the app is going to help people be better prepared to give themselves away. Because you can't give yourself away if you don't know yourself. And that's what this whole journey is about, helping you to get to know yourself.
I'm so intrigued about that app that you're talking about. So is it a dating app or is it an app to help people on their dating? Like, do you meet people on this app or?
No,
Okay.
you meet yourself.
Oh, okay.
The purpose of the
Wait, excuse me. Wait, I missed that. You didn't meet you meet yourself?
you meet yourself. Because how can you give yourself away if you haven't met yourself?
Well, I was just thinking that because you got to work on yourself more than you work on the relationship.
Right.
Because if you most of the time when you're working on the relationship, you're trying to change the other person.
Say that again.
Oh man, that's wisdom right
Say
there.
it again. Say it
You're
again.
trying to change the other person if you're trying to work on the relationship. If you're working on yourself, you're trying to change yourself. So you do,
You know, we always say there are no such thing as marital problems, or in this context, let's just say relationship problems. It's two individuals that come into their relationship and they bring those problems, and then the relationship gets the blame because they have these individual issues that they haven't addressed and they have unresolved. And then the relationship or the marriage gets the blame because, like you were just saying, you're broke or something is deficient in you. Well, how about you focus on me first, and then I can actually be better for you.
And I love, because we work with premarital, so we work with a lot of couples, and they met on dating apps. I'm like, well, why is it that the dating app worked for them, but it doesn't work for everyone else? But if you've done the work as an individual, the dating app is only going to give you what you're looking for. But if you've not really examined your heart and know what you're looking for, you're going to keep asking for the same thing. So it's not the app's fault, it's your picker, it's your selection. So we felt like if we can get people before they get to the stage of engagement and really help them to get healthy, it'll be a better dating pool for everyone. It'd be stronger marriages, better relationships, because the better you enjoy yourself and love yourself, that's what you're going to give to other people. And so that's why we want to get in front of it versus when people are on the verge of divorce.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna help you not sleeping good tonight.
Okay.
Because I got another
Okay.
song that I know that you
Here it comes.
probably get into. Because this was one of the songs. I was knowing y'all coming. I was getting excited because I can play some love songs.
Okay. Yeah.
And this song that you got to know, and I'm just gonna play a little bit because if I just play a little bit, I bet you can tell me
Okay.
what it is.
Oh
Okay.
boy, hopefully
He's
it
good at that.
Turn into name that tune. Huh? Don't go changing.
Don't go.
Please me.
That was good.
Don't imagine you're too familiar, and I don't see you.
I knew you like that song, right? Am I right? Yeah. You got a song you want to play? Jacqueline?
In times of trouble, we never could have come this far. I took the good times, I'll take the bad times. I take you just the way you are. Don't go trying some new fashion.
Don't do it.
Don't change the color of your hair.
You're in trouble.
You gonna change
Yeah, I'm gonna change the color of my hair all the time.
Unspoken passion. Although I might not seem to care, I don't want clever conversation.
I know if I'm moving this out, I'll plug it in. Whatever.
Never want to work that hard. I just want someone that
You gonna be able to
talk
work
to.
you don't know yet.
I want you just
You gonna work next Saturday the 5th? That's what normal does.
need true will always be the same old someone that I knew. Oh, what will it take till you believe in me the way that I believe in you? I said I love you, that's forever. This I promise from the heart. I couldn't love you any better. I love you just the way you are. I don't want clever conversation. I never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are.
Just the way you are. You're listening to the Now Is My Show, and this is Alan J. Copeland.
And it's your favorite Texas realtor, Jacqueline Salcedo here.
And is that a song that you remember?
Oh my gosh, you see I was here singing it.
You know what's beautiful about that song?
What's that?
That's a guy's song. Because we don't want us to change, and we want them to change.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was deep. That was deep.
Yeah.
Men want us to stay exactly the way we are, the same size, the same weight, the same everything, and we want men to change. And that's why men and women are different.
You know, you'll be amazed at how many couples that we worked with, and the first thing that they don't realize is that we're different. I know that sounds simple in theory, but a lot of times we are looking at the same person and we want that person to be just like us. And we'll project some of the same things on them that we want to see from them, as opposed to accepting them just the way they are. Just like that song was saying.
Yeah, I love that. I love the complexity of it, because we should be accepted the way we are, but we should also be expected to change, because we're going to change. No one stays the same. You shouldn't stay the same. Your character, your values should stay the same, but your interests, your likes, and what it took to get me at 21 is not the same at 56.
One, you ain't got the same endurance and stamina and flexibility and fun and things like that. As you get older, your interests are going to change. Things that you used to like Renee was just saying, you're going to find new things that get your interest, and you want someone that's going to embrace it, not become like, oh, well, you're always doing this and you're always doing that, and they may not be interested anymore. Then you start straying, you start going your separate ways, which can be a hazard to the relationship.
Yeah. So I always say, expect that she will change, and expect that he might not change, but be open to the fact that you both need to change.
And I think all this comes with time, right?
Yes.
And knowledge, and going through it, going through those struggles, and that. I'll say I'm 30 years old. I just turned 30 years old.
Okay.
But just hearing you say that, I kind of resonated with it, because there was a certain point in my life where I was with somebody, and I kind of sat took a moment and was like, how unfair is it to this person that I keep trying to change them? That's unfair to them, because that, like, they shouldn't change for me. They should be who they are, and they have great qualities, and it's just not what maybe I want right now that I'm getting older.
I think that's important, because so many times we don't take the time to know what we want and what we're looking for. And then when we discover it, we're like, oh my goodness, what happened? This is not what I'm looking for. So that's why it's important to take that journey inward as an individual before you get into a relationship. That same person that was not for you then, possibly later on could be. And so you need to make decisions about your future based on who you are, the whole you, not just the part of you don't know yet.
Exactly. And that's like you guys said, you guys met at 14 years
Yep.
old. So I'm sure maybe you guys had a moment in your life where it's like you were getting older, and then you're kind of like, well, I don't know, this is what I had back then, but is this what I want now? That's a hard change. A lot of kids are high school sweethearts.
Yep.
And it's like, how do you work through being a high school sweetheart to your older adult life? And you know, there's so many challenges there.
I think for us, you grow together, you know, as opposed to growing apart. You know, there can be things that you may have, unfortunately, in this day and time. Video games is a big thing. It's a great example, because if this person is a video gamer, as an example, and say you're just someone who likes to go out and take walks and hikes and things like that, and maybe you did that when you were dating, you know, the hikes and walks and things like that, and this person has this new interest of video games or something like that. Now, all of a sudden, guess what they want to spend their time doing? And they want to pull you into it, or you want to continue doing the things that you do. And that's where that separation starts. Next thing you know, I got my thing, you have your thing, as opposed to we don't have a thing together. And that's something that Renee and I really did together, is we grew together, and our interests and things like that changed. There were some things that she wasn't interested in that I was, and vice versa. But I give her the freedom to follow those pursuits and do those things. And she did the same for me. But we always had something that we did together.
And I think, you know, like for us, even though we met at 14, we both dated other people. We didn't start seriously dating with each other until we were 18. And so I dated other people, he dated other people. And when we got married at 21, we both had kind of seen enough to know that, and everybody kept saying, you're so young, how do you know this is what you want? I knew that he was my best friend, and I knew that he wanted the best thing. He was the first person I ever met who saw who I really was, and it wasn't too much, and it was enough. And so that's what made me make the decision. It wasn't because I was trying to run away from home or because I wanted somebody to take care of me. It was somebody that I saw, he shared my values, he shared my goals, he shared my dreams, and he wanted me to be better. That was the person that I made a decision to be with, was my best friend.
And I'm so glad that you made the opportunity to come today. I appreciate it very much so.
You.
And we're talking, and you know, you guys are talking now. You know the umbrella thing that you talk about?
Yes.
Christ, God, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And one thing that I think was important, when I found out that I really wasn't being my part, the man.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't being the man that I was supposed to do.
Right.
And this song that's coming up, He Is.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to it, it talks about a man should be when he is in a relationship.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
And that R&B music just gonna hang with you all the time.
All night. Yep, there it is.
And by the way, this morning on Keith Scott Early Morning Wake Up, he had somebody singing live music. He has some good songs. I almost wanted to call him and say, what them two songs did you just play? Keith Scott Early Morning Wake Up on Friday. And the Now Is Money show comes on every Monday and Friday. We're gonna talk some more. I gotta learn about that dating app. I mean, it's not a dating app because you're dating yourself.
You find yourself.
You find yourself. Was I looking?
You need to be.
You need to be.
I love you guys. Bye.
What you mean I need
You ready to kill it? You ready to sign off?
Thank you guys.